Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Drive. It is Monday and we chat about motivation on Mondays because I just love the idea of those themes, those things that give us a little bit of alliteration, that motivation Monday. I just love talking about motivation because motivation starts in your brain. And what I really love talking about is my brain and mental health and how you can be in control of your mind. So I was just getting that shared into my Facebook group, Becoming Unlimited, and I am here, y'all. Happy Monday. I love a Monday, and I have to tell you, I used to hate Mondays. I used to hate Mondays because I was one of those people that went to sleep on Sunday night like dreading Monday coming and dreading going back to work and doing all of the Monday things. And so I used to hate Mondays. And now I love Mondays because I flipped my perspective about it. I use Sunday evening as a time to get my calendar together, to rest. Sunday is my Sabbath day, so I take intentional time away from social media. You will see me less in my stories and on my posts on Sunday because I take intentional time away from social media and all of the distractions, and I spend intentional time with my husband, with my pets, with my family, whatever is going on. And lately we've added in something else that I'm super excited to chat with y'all about today, because motivation starts in your mind, in the insides of your inner energy, and that is why I love bringing you Motivation Monday help. So say hey when you hop on, let me know you're here, drop a hashtag Motivation Monday, and let me know, y'all, what your favorite season is. My favorite season is fall. Your girl is ready for fall. I got my coffee mountains and cabins little sweatshirt on, and your girl's ready for fall. I'm ready to go stay in a cabin. I'm ready to get my fire pit going outside. Fall is my favorite season, and we are at the end of August. I cannot believe we are at the end of August, closing out the summer. My birthday is at the end of September, so tomorrow starts my birthday month, and y'all know your girl's extra about that. But let me know what your favorite season is, just because my favorite season is fall. I'm ready for it. Maybe my favorite season is fall because my birthday technically is in the fall. My birthday is September 30th. But anyway, welcome to the Daily Drive. Welcome to another Monday. If you're new here, I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2010, and looking back on my life, I've had anxiety my whole life, but I never really knew what it was. And when I was diagnosed with it in 2010, I still didn't know what it was, and I lived in the darkness of it for a long time. Anxiety was in control. I was the victim. Anxiety was just there, and there was nothing that I was going to do about it. And I was just going to live in that state of mind, and that was it. Until I was encouraged to go on a personal growth journey, which really uncovered a lot of stuff for me. A personal growth journey is hard, it's intense, it's emotional, but it is rewarding, and it is the most rewarding thing probably that I have done for myself. And so as a result of that personal growth journey, I started to understand the ways that I can stay in control of my mind and my energy even while I'm living with anxiety. And so I created the Daily Drive worksheet, and I call it the Daily Drive because it's just like a roadmap to push you, to drive you through the day. And it starts with an intentional thought or multiple intentional thoughts if you need that. And that is because a positive, powerful, forward-thinking thought is hundreds of times more powerful in your body than a negative thought. So when you start your day out with intentionality, with purpose, with filling your mind with the right things before your mind has a chance to get to the autopilot mode, you will find it so much easier to maneuver through the day. And then goal setting gives us just a little bit of focus, a little bit of roadmap to follow. And these are tangible, achievable, daily, small step goals. This is not the place for your big overall goal. You can write that somewhere else. This is for the daily small steps to get there. So you want to take into account your schedule, your feelings, your emotions. What are you even going to feel like doing today? Keep all of that in mind when you're writing out your goals for the day, because we want to cross them off and build that confidence and trust in ourselves and not have a bunch of things hanging over for the next day. And then gratitude. We talk about gratitude specifically every Wednesday on the Daily Drive, and that's because there are all these hormones and chemicals in your body that can either work together for your good or can, not be so great for you. And when you think about gratitude, it releases the same hormones into your body that are associated with the feelings of joy, the feelings of bliss, and the feelings of calm. So gratitude is a practice that literally and physically helps you take control of your mind in the moment and change your own energy and chemicals. And so that's what we're going to talk about today a little bit. There's something on my screen I got to wipe off. There we go. We're going to chat today about energy in your body. Not necessarily gratitude, because we'll get to that on Wednesday, but we are going to chat about how the energy in your body can help you stay motivated. And specifically what I want to talk to you about today is spiritual energy and aligning your spiritual energy. So hang out with me for a little bit this morning and chat about spiritual energy with me and learn how you can take control of your energy a little bit more. And that is because my husband and I have had the blessing of something new happening in our life that we're super excited about. So we're going to get to that. But first, I want you to understand that you have all of these energies in your body that can either, again, like I said, work together for you or can kind of tear you apart. And all of these energies in you are related to the hormones and chemicals that are in your body. And so if you are flying through life not paying attention to all of that energy that's in your body, most likely you're feeling uneasy because you don't have that part under control, and those energies are doing their thing and you are there to control them. One of my favorite quotes that we hear all the time, oh hey, there's a big spider up there on my wall, so I might be looking at that a little bit while we're chatting, but one of my favorite quotes is to make your butterflies fly in formation. And that is a direct metaphor for all of these energies that are in your body, because you can align these energies and make them work for you. So that's what we're going to chat about today. So again, let me know when you're on. Tell me your favorite season, just because we're at the end of summer and fall was my favorite season. Say hey when you're on. Drop a hashtag Motivation Monday. We're going to chat about energy. So you have all these energies in your body and you can stay motivated. You can use those energies to help you stay motivated by making sure that these energies are aligned and working for the same thing, working for your purpose, working for what you are truly called to do. So the energy inside of you, if you wake up every single day and you're not doing something to work within your purpose, you're going to be feeling uneasy. You're going to be feeling dis-ease. You're going to be feeling like something else is there for you. And that's because something else is there for you, right? So hang out with me for a second, because we're chatting about spiritual energy, but I want you to know that spiritual energy is non-denominational. Spiritual energy is non-religious. Spiritual energy is not something that has an expectation around it. Spiritual energy is what makes you feel internally connected. That's it. Spiritual energy is what makes you feel internally connected. It's what makes your energy feel internally connected and calm and at ease and powerful, right? And so for me, I grew up going to church. My dad is a pastor. My mom works at a church. I have a background in religious studies. My degrees from Liberty University are both in religion, with concentrations and minors in youth ministry, church ministries, and Christian counseling. I have always gone to church. It is something that I have always felt connected with. However, as an adult, so when you're younger and in church, I think most churches, whatever realm you're practicing in, kind of tend to be the same way. When you're younger and you're going to church, even when you're younger and you're in a family that doesn't necessarily go to church, there's all kinds of things for kids to do. There's all kinds of Sunday school classes and kids events and, things to go to church and do as a kid, all the way up through youth group. I was active in mission trips. I was active in retreats. I was active in different things. I was on leadership positions in a lot of different things throughout my youth years. I did mission trips every year. It's how I met my husband. Like, there were things just kind of there. It's almost like your friendships in high school, right? You're kind of forced to be friends with people in high school because they're there, right? You see each other in the morning, you see each other at the lunch table at lunchtime, you're in the same classes together, maybe you ride the bus home together, right? You're forced to be friends because you're all there, right? It's kind of the same thing when you're younger and in a spiritual family. All of this stuff is there, so you just do it, right? But when you grow up, when you become an adult, when there's no more youth group, when there's no more children's ministries, when there's no more mission trips that you qualify for, it's a little bit different. Spirituality is more up to you at that point, right? And so for a long time, as an adult, I struggled with my spiritual energy because I felt called to different things spiritually that I also felt like weren't allowed, right, in my religious upbringing. Things like crystals, things like meditation, things like yoga, things like listening to other spiritual influences, right? Those things were kind of, like frowned upon or taboo when I was younger. So I didn't explore a lot. I just did the things that were there for me, right? But keep hanging out with me. My experience comes from being in church, because that's just how I was raised. But spiritual energy is non-religious, it's non-denominational, it's whatever you connect with. So as an adult, when there's not really all of these things left for me anymore to do, I got to go on a different growth journey. So lately, I have been on a spiritual growth journey, right? And it comes from needing to have my energy aligned. I have felt dis-ease. I've felt uneasy because my spiritual energy hasn't been catching up with the rest of the growth and the rest of the energy that I've been aligning, right? So lately, we have had the opportunity, my husband and I have kind of been church shopping, I guess you call it, since we got married. We've been looking for somewhere that's contemporary, that upholds the same beliefs that we believe in, that we're excited to go and be in mission there. And so we were church shopping, and then everything shut down, and church services ended up being different all over the place, right? I couldn't tell you the last time I went to church other than, my mom's church here and there before last Sunday, right? Because everything shut down. I'm from a generation where we didn't watch a lot of stuff online. Like, we barely had internet. We had dial-up, right? And so I wasn't really into feeling spiritual by watching things online, right? And so my husband and I lately have had the opportunity to connect with a new spiritual family at a church because a friend of mine that I love, that I connect with spiritually every time I hear her, is back local and at a church, and obviously I'm super stoked about it. I've always felt extra spiritual when listening to her, and so last Sunday we went and enjoyed a church service, a worship service for her first Sunday. Yesterday, we watched online and lit a candle at home and did some things at home. And you guys, I have been working on aligning my spiritual energy for probably about the last 2 years. Much like a growth journey, it's something that doesn't really end. It's something that we get to work on every single day, okay? And I'm going to connect it to motivation, so hang out with me. If you're still here, if you're just following, tell me your favorite season, give me hashtag Motivation Monday. We're talking about aligning your spiritual energy to stay motivated. Spiritual energy, again, is non-denominational. It's non-religious. I'm not here to sway you in any kind of way towards something. I just want you to understand that your spiritual energy gets to be lined up just like everything else. And so since my husband and I have been able to find a new faith community to kind of connect with lately, we felt like our spiritual energy has been changing and we're feeling a little bit more content and a little bit more motivated. And so that's what we're getting to, okay? Because your spiritual energy is what makes you feel connected on the inside. When your spiritual energy is aligned, you're ready. And that's where your motivation comes from. When your spiritual energy is aligned with everything and your energy is aligned. And I do this when I'm talking about your energy being aligned, because if you've ever explored chakras, we have all of these chakras all the way down our body. And when they're aligned, our spiritual energy is ready. It's ready to tackle what is coming. So that is where spirituality enters the realm of motivation. Because when your spiritual energy is aligned, you are ready. And when you are ready, you'll take the first step. You'll push past the suck. You'll wake up and do something towards your purpose, even though you're tired, right? And so I want to show you a few things. I want to show you how I have been connecting to my spiritual energy lately. Y'all better believe I'm watching where the spider is going so that when I turn this off, I can do something about him, okay? But I want to show you a few things that help me keep my spiritual energy aligned. So the first thing, obviously, is connecting with some form of faith community. And I say faith community, not in the sense of a church, okay? Please hear me when I tell you that I am not here to push any kind of spirituality on you. Faith and spirituality are non-denominational. They are non-religious. It is whatever makes you feel connected. So you can find a faith community that relates to your energy, whatever it is you believe in. Again, I happen to connect with a Christian church faith community. So we've connected with that lately. If you believe in crystals and chakras and those kinds of things, there are communities there that you can connect with. If you believe in the powers of Mother Nature, there are communities there that you can connect with. If you believe in whatever it is spiritually, there is a community that you can connect with. So that's what I want you to understand. I'm not telling you to believe what I believe. I'm telling you to believe what you believe and get your energy aligned with it, right? So some of the things that have kept me searching and wanting to learn more ways to align my energy are, one, connecting with a new faith community, people that are thinking the same way, going the same way, believing in the same things that I believe in. That has left us really energized. Another thing is that I just explore different things spiritually and see what I connect with. I was blessed with the opportunity to travel to Cambodia in 2015 on a mission trip. And one of the things that I got while I was there is this little handmade notebook. It's got a little clasp on it, but inside it are just little cards that have scriptures, spiritual sayings, different quotes, different prayers. And so I'm opening this often and finding something. They, like I said, scriptures, prayers. May my life reflect your love, O Lord, in all I say and do. And when I see myself, I pray, I see you too. Amen. Right? And so this is something that I look at often that helps me remember to stay spiritually connected. And it's got scripture verses in it, but it's also, like I said, got quotes and prayers in it. So it's not something that's sitting down and feeding the Bible into my brain, right? It's making me feel spiritually connected. And again, I got that in Cambodia. So if you've traveled anywhere that's made you feel spiritually connected, remember that. While I was in Cambodia, we went to Angkor Wat, and that is one of the most spiritually connected times that I have ever felt in my life. And so when I'm looking at this, I remember how spiritual I felt while I was in Cambodia. And Angkor Wat is one of the oldest temples in the world, and it's gone back and forth over the years between Buddhist and Hinduism. So it's not religious in the sense that it follows one thing. You can feel spiritually connected there. So that's something that I use to help me align my spiritual energy and stay spiritually connected. Another thing is this just little rock. I don't even know where it came from. Probably work camp or a retreat or something that I did over the years. Maybe I even bought it somewhere. I don't even know. But it's just a rock with a cross on it. And I touch it, I rub my finger over it, I use it like an icon when I'm praying sometimes and hold it. I have an altar space in my office that has all of my other spiritual things on it and things hanging near it. I've been gifted several rosaries over the years, which are spiritual in their own way. I'm not Catholic, but I can still connect with the energy there. One of my best friends was in the Navy and traveled and brought me back things from Jerusalem, from the Vatican. And those things are spiritual to me as well. There's other things hanging that I've gotten over the years. This is usually sitting there for when I want to pray, along with my little notebook of sayings so that I can keep my spiritual energy aligned. And like I was saying a second ago, you have all these chakras in your body. In your, I don't know if you can read that, but this is something that my best friend gave me, and it just outlines the chakras. So you have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. And you can do research on these and find all kinds of things, find YouTube videos. I just read this. This is just a little description of what each chakra controls or is there for in your body. And so I just read the descriptions sometimes and remind myself that I can be in control of that. Your crown chakra is what houses your spirituality. Maybe I'll try to get a good picture of this and post it. But your crown chakra is what houses and controls your spirituality. So making sure that you understand how to align that is helpful. Those things hang out on my altar along with, this is something that's new to me, y'all. I have always felt like using crystals, and first of all, I've always felt drawn to crystals and stones. If you remember going to the museums when you were younger where they had those big bins of all different kinds of gemstones, and like I just felt drawn to touch them, to feel them, to see what they were. But as a practicing religious person, I felt like they were off limits. And so as an adult, I have learned, someone told me that these things come from God. God put them in the earth, and so they're there for us to help us in our spirituality. And so I've allowed myself to unlimit my thinking to them. And so I have just a handful of crystals and stones that I've collected from different places. I have some clear quartz, some rose quartz, I don't even know what the other ones are, some amethyst, and these are related to your sacral chakra, which is what houses and controls your reproductive systems. And since we have reproductive issues, I've explored my sacral chakra more and using crystals and oils and things like that, right? So spirituality is non-denominational and it is non-religious. If a certain denomination or religion calls to you, then there's your community. There's your spiritual community. But you don't have to feel any sort of expectation around your spiritual energy. Other than that, you get to figure out what aligns that spiritual energy. You get to figure out What makes you feel whole on the inside? I've been blessed with the opportunities to travel on mission trips and see different religions and different ways of thinking. If you haven't, just explore, talk to someone, find new people. Again, find a community. There are things there that are there for you to use and connect with. You just get to unlimit yourself to them. There's no expectation around your spirituality. There's no expectation around what aligning your spiritual energy gets to look like for you. But when your spiritual energy is aligned, you are ready. I can't even tell you how excited I have been going into Monday last week and this week, because we have spent Sunday aligning our spiritual energy and connecting with our spiritual community and doing the things that we need to do to feel the ease inside ourselves. I feel so much more motivated and ready for Monday, ready for every day, ready to push through whatever is going to take my motivation away, because I am taking the time to align my spiritual energy right along with everything else. All of these things, mental health, energies, all of the energies, health in general, it's all under one umbrella. We break the stigma when we stop dividing it all up. Spirituality, anxiety, mental health, depression, overall health, it's all in there together. And we break that stigma when we stop making it us versus them. Anxiety and depression, mental health versus health. It's all in there together. So is aligning your spiritual energy. When your spiritual energy is aligned, when your spirituality feels fulfilled, when you've taken the time to give to your spiritual energy, you are ready. And that is where your motivation comes from. That is what I'm here to remind you for Motivation Monday. Stop pushing off your spiritual energy. Stop pushing off the spiritual draw that you feel. Stop putting that on the back burner and make that a part of aligning all of your energies. Because when your energies are aligned, you are ready. And when you are ready, you will stay motivated. I promise. I promise you will stay motivated when you're ready. And when you're ready is when everything is aligned. When you're waking up and you're doing something to work towards your purpose every day. When you're waking up and you're setting intentional thoughts from the jump, from the beginning. When you're practicing gratitude. When you're not overwhelming yourself by remembering what your schedule looks like when you're setting goals and to-do lists. When you're doing the things that remind you to connect with your spiritual side and keep your spiritual energy aligned too. When you're doing all of those things and you wake up intentionally ready to do them, everything will change. I promise. You will stay motivated because when your energy is aligned, you are ready. So take care of your spiritual energy. Again, spiritual energy is non-denominational. It is non-religious. It's whatever makes you feel connected. So I'm not here to sway you any one way. I'm just here to remind you to take care of your spiritual energy as well. Because again, when your spiritual energy is aligned, you are ready. And when you are ready, you will stay motivated. I love y'all so much. Give me a hashtag Motivation Monday if you're still hanging out. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. One of the ways that I always make sure I'm taking care of my spiritual side and giving gratitude back, putting gratitude out into the universe is with my joy jar. Y'all always go in the joy jar. And on Monday, you are motivation creators because we create our own motivation in our minds first. And that is where we make or break ourselves. So you are motivation creators. Go out into the world and create your own motivation and create the ways to stay motivated. right? Make sure your energies are aligned so that you're going to stay motivated. Y'all do me a favor and check out dailydrivecoaching.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and put your email address in where it says subscribe, and you will get blog posts and all kinds of content from me to stay connected. dailydrivecoaching.com is also where you can see all of my retail, all of my services, all of the things that I offer, and all kinds of content. If you are not part of my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, let me know, or just search for Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. That is not a sales platform in any type of way. It is just a free community of support where you get these daily drives plus some other content about unlimiting your mind, and a community of people to connect with, because you are not on this journey alone. Mental health journey, growth journey, spiritual journey, whatever it is, you are not on it alone. So check out Becoming Unlimited. If you are watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And turn on notifications for all of my social media, because it is my purpose in life to just continue to spread mental health awareness and break the stigma of mental health. And you help me do that by simply subscribing, liking, commenting, engaging with me, tagging a friend, sharing, doing all those things. I will never ask for any fee for what I do here on social media. I just ask that you do the social media things and help me that way. You can see all of my services, all of my coaching, all of my mindset jump starts that I offer on dailydrivecoaching.com, plus all of my retail. What I do here is free. I love y'all so much. Remember, spiritual energy is non-denominational and it is non-religious. It's whatever makes you feel connected and at ease on the inside. So take the time to make sure that your spiritual energy is aligned, because when your spiritual energy is aligned, you are ready. And when you are ready, you will stay motivated on the inside and push through whatever life throws at you. I love y'all so much. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. I will see you soon.